Hey guys, what's up? Moonboon here. Welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Durchgespielt, my YouTube series where I talk to WoW players that completed the game in any way, may it be a huge mount collection or all the achievement points or nearly all the achievement points. Normally my videos are recorded in German, but this time we got a special guest from Sweden, so you get to enjoy my flawless English skills without any German accent. I promise. Welcome, AnnieFuchsia.
Thank you so much.
How are you?
It's AnnieFuchsia, by the way.
No.
Yeah.
It is? Oh, okay, I pronounced it German. Well, there is it, the German
You're not
accent.
the first, so it's okay. Yeah, German accent. Oh my god, I mean, you
Yeah.
lied to us. But yeah, it's AnnieFuchsia, but people say all sorts of different things because it's a
Fuchsia?
hard word to pronounce. Yeah,
Okay.
fuchsia.
It's Swedish, I guess.
It's actually not. So fuchsia is not a real name. It's a sort of tag that I added to my name, and it means pink, and it's a type of flower.
Oh!
So it's English.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was that the German word is Fuchs, and it's fox. It's an animal,
A
fox.
Yeah. People have actually mentioned that in my chat. Like, hi Annie, did you know your name actually means fox in German? So that's true. But no, yeah, it's actually English.
Yeah, but it's nice to get things right straight away at the beginning of the interview. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
So, shall we dive right in?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, for the people that don't know you, who are you? What do you do on the internet, and where can you be found?
So I'm Annie, or also known as AnnieFuchsia. I most of the time you can find me streaming on Twitch, and in terms of what games I play, most of the time you see me playing World of Warcraft. I also do sometimes play other games to, switch it up a little bit. Like I've been playing a bit of Blood-Borne lately. I'm not sure if you've played that before.
No.
Yeah, it's a game that I play on the PS4, and it's sort of like an RPG with a pretty high difficulty. So it's a very fun challenge. But yeah, most of the time you do catch me playing World of Warcraft. It's my favorite game, and there's just so many things to do. It's never enough time. There's always something to farm.
I know this.
Yep.
I wanted to play Witcher 3 for quite some time, but
Oh,
I just don't have the time for it.
Yep.
Blood-Borne.
Very understandable.
Blood-Borne is like Dark Souls, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So I played Dark Souls in the past, and people have been asking for Blood-Borne for... I'm not exaggerating, but they've been asking for 2 years. I was gifted the game in 2016, and I finally found time to play it. Like you said, it's hard to find a time when you play WoW so much.
Yeah.
But I do try to play other variety games that people gift to me, and this is one of them, and I'm really enjoying it.
Nice. So, when did you start playing WoW, and when did you start streaming?
I started playing WoW in... it was in the middle of Wrath of the Lich King. So that is 8-9 years, something like that. So it's been a while. Unfortunately, I wasn't there at the very beginning.
Yeah.
I wish I was. I remember I had friends playing it, but at the time, my parents wouldn't pay for a game with a subscription, so I wasn't able to play it, sadly. But it's okay. I was a little bit of a latecomer, but since then I've played a lot, so I've tried to make up for the time lost in that time.
That's actually the time when I started playing as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I started... Yogg-Saron in Ulduar was my first test raid in my first raiding guild ever.
Oh,
I survived.
That's cool.
I didn't do any damage, but I survived.
That's good. Yeah, showing lots
remember
of
this.
promise. Yeah, that's really good. Because most people just die, like they don't know what to do.
I'm a survivor.
Yeah, that's good.
And when did you start streaming? You're a full-time streamer, right?
Yes, I started streaming in 2014. So I started during the summer of 2014. It was a little bit on and off at the beginning, and then it became more regularly towards the end. So basically after that summer, I decided to take a break from my university, not related to streaming. I had barely streamed. Like there was, had nothing to do with streaming, but I took a break from school because I was actually very burnt out. So I needed a break, and I had done my 3 years of computer science, and I needed 5 years. So I was kind of, just past midway there. But I needed a break. So in my break, I was, looking for things to do, maybe some kind of job or part-time thing or anything. And in that time, my friends were telling me, you know what, you do these really cool challenge modes. Why don't you stream them? So this was an MOP.
Yeah.
And so I started streaming. We were boosting challenge modes for gold most of the time, so I could buy TCG pets on the auction houses. But we also started boosting people in my stream, and that's kind of how my stream started kicking off. That was the first content that I had on stream.
Ah, nice. Too bad I didn't know back then. I could have used some boosting too. I think I only got 3 of how many were there? 9 challenge modes?
Yeah.
I only got 3 golden, I think.
Oh, yeah, I could have easily helped you in that case.
God damn it.
We were doing it like all the time because we loved it, and it was exciting for me as well to, get the gold, and every time I reached like, let's say 300,000 or 400,000 gold at the time, I could buy a new TCG mount, and that was very exciting for me. So yeah, we did a lot of them, and we helped a lot of friends also to get 9 out of 9 to get the challenge mode sets, which are actually very, very unique transmog sets.
Yeah.
Today, like there's not many sets that are that unique.
There's one stuff from Draenor challenge mode, I think, for disc priests or for casters in general.
Yep.
I really, really love it. And it sucks.
Did you do those?
No, I don't have it.
Yeah, because the good thing with the Warlords challenge modes is that you only needed to complete them on one character, and then you unlocked all weapons.
Oh.
So that was the harder thing with the MOP ones, because you needed to unlock each set, like each class on their own. So I did it on my Warlock, I did it on Mage, Paladin, Priest, and Druid, I think. Like 5 or 6 classes. But I don't have the sets for all the other classes. But with Draenor, I only did it on my Warlock and nothing else, but it was enough because it gave me all the weapons, even weapons I can't use. I can log into my Paladin and use like a 2-handed sword.
That's nice.
Yeah,
I wish I got that.
It was actually really nice because the sets, those weapon sets, were also very, very unique because they have these animations that you don't normally see in weapons. So they're very nice actually.
What server do you play on, and what is your main character?
My main character is actually this Warlock, and I have had this Warlock since I played the game the very first time. It was the first character that I ever made, and I have still stuck with the same character. I'm not the kind of person to switch to ults, so I always play the same character.
Same with my priest, yeah. Same.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Boy. Yeah. Classic characters.
It hasn't always been a white elf, of course. I switched race. But it's the same. It's the same character since Rise of Lich King.
My Warlock used to be a gnome, and then Transmog was introduced, and then I switched it to human. So that was the only race change. I just felt like a lot of the gear is kind of not very visible on the gnome, so I switched it over to human to see the full.
Yeah, you have properly. You have to.
Yeah, I felt like I had to. That was the only race change. I have, speaking of servers, my main server right now is Ravencrest. And I've been here for, I'm not sure exactly how long, probably 1 or 2 years. And before that, I had a short period on Sylvanas. And before that, whoop, that's my cat making noises. She's playing around. Before that, my main server was actually Dark Sorrow. So when I started playing the game, I played on Dark Sorrow, and I was there for years. I only moved after I started streaming because we had a project going on Sylvanas, so I moved my character. So that's actually what happened.
Okay.
So Dark Sorrow is kind of like my home. So it's kind of sad to see how dead the server is now. But yeah, that's where my home is. That's actually where most of my ult characters are. I don't play the ults much, but sometimes I level them if I need them for something. So for example, in Legion, we needed all the characters maxed, or most of the classes maxed, to get a unique item. So for example, the warrior. In the class hall, to get the toy, you have to have a warrior at max level. Otherwise, you can't unlock the class hall. So for that reason, I actually leveled all my different classes to 110, and at least half of them are on Dark Sorrow.
Legion had a lot of class-specific content.
Yep. The mounts as well.
The mounts, yeah. And the Mage Tower skins and all this.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't planning to do all of them, but then I decided, I think it was 2 weeks before they were going to be removed. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try and go for all of them. I didn't think I would make it, but I did. It was like, I think I did the last one 1 or 2 days before. So it was a fun experience.
So speaking of alts, how many alts do you have and how many do you play at the moment?
Yeah, so I have all classes at 110. I have only leveled my Warlock to 120. So my way of playing is I stick to one character, so I don't really play ults. I'm not a big fan of repeating content. I like focusing on one character. And also, there is no real reason for me to level my ults at the moment in terms of collection or achievement purposes. There might be reasons later, so I might level them soon. I have already thought of a reason. One of the reasons is the rares in Arathi Highlands. If I level more characters, I can kill them on all of the characters and then, get the toys and mounts quicker. So I have considered starting to level, and if I do level, I will probably level either my priest or my paladin, because I like how both of those classes have their healing specs, and I also like how paladin can be versatile and even play a tank. And I don't know, priests are just cool. I've had a thing for priests.
They sure are.
Yeah, they are. I like it.
Do you play Holy or Disc with your heal priest?
I think I was trying to learn Holy in Legion to try and do some raid healing. But in the past, before Legion, I actually only used to play Priest for PvP, and I would play Disc.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But that has been a few years now, so I haven't played Disc for a while. But,
okay. So, what's the /blade on your main char, and what is it across all your toons or twinks or alts?
Yeah, my Warlock has, let me double check to be sure, 497. So almost 500.
That's doubled what I have on my main
char.
char.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But do you play ults a lot?
Yeah, I play alts a lot. I already, I also have a paladin and everything on 110, and I think 3 or 4 on 120 now.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I should probably get started with the leveling too. Oh, another way to level is doing island expeditions apparently, and that's good because I need a bunch of mounts from there. So I was going to kind of, that saying, hit 2 birds with 1 stone or something.
I know what you mean. In German, it's zwei Fliege mit einer Klatsche. You get 2 flies with 1 fly catch thing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
I know what you mean. But exactly. So I was thinking level my ult and farm Island Expedition instead of doing it on my Warlock who doesn't need it. So that's another way. I always try to look for ways to be efficient with my time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think that's an important thing if you're trying to do as many things as possible.
And it's a fun thing to do.
At once. Yeah, it's also fun. It makes you feel like you've accomplished more than what you just did. Which is nice. But in terms of my playtime on my ults, I don't have a lot of playtime, I don't think. I don't have an add-on to track it, but I would guess maybe 10 or 20 days on some of my ults here and there, so maybe they would add up to maybe 100 in total or something like that. That's what I would guess, but I should probably start tracking my ults with an add-on.
In summary, that would be around 600 days?
Yeah, maybe 600 or 700, yeah.
Okay.
That's my guess.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
How much do you have?
I don't know either. I don't have an add-on to track it.
Yeah, I need to get the add-on to take a look.
But I think of the other people I talked to in this YouTube series and what they had.
Yeah.
And it's always around 600, 700 days, I think.
Yeah.
Seems to be a good amount.
I guess that's how much you play if you love the game.
So the next question would be, which of your characters has the highest item level and what is it? But if you only have your warlock,
Yep.
this would be the only one.
Yep, and she is 374 item level.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just look at your... Oh no, sockets. Oh.
Wait, did I miss a socket?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I just got these like yesterday. Yeah, good eye. Let's see if I have a gem on me. I actually do. Let's fix that.
Okay.
There we go. And my head is actually wrong because I was switching it for my dungeon gear, and my shoulders. No, my shoulders are fine. Okay, yeah, this is good now.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is my gear.
Let's talk about the reason why I invited you to this interview. How many achievement points do you have at the moment?
I currently have 30,245.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it was a really, really fun milestone to reach 30,000. It's always very, very exciting to reach these sort of tens of thousand, you know? Like, I remember 20,000 being very exciting.
I'm at 20,000 right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I don't chase achievements or anything.
You don't focus it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's very understandable. 20,000 is, I would say that's the number a lot of people get if they play the game a lot.
I agree.
Yeah, but and then might go for some achievements, but maybe not everything. So it's a good number to show that you play the game quite a bit.
So with Battle for Azeroth being pretty new, you can say, I guess, how many achievement points are you missing?
So if I look at my tab, it says achievements earned, and it says I'm missing, let's see, 3,540 out of 3,605. So I'm missing 65 achievements.
65? That's not much.
No,
okay.
But it's a lot of achievements that are very, very time consuming. It's always the hardest to get the last achievements.
Yeah, that's why,
so I'm missing
they are the hardest.
Yep.
Okay. Are you working on something right now?
There's a lot of small ones here and there. Like, for example, there's an achievement in expansion features war effort where you need to do all the missions in the new mission table. And I'm still waiting for one of them to show up here, this one. I completed the other ones, so I'm kind of waiting for the Steam Weedle Alliance to show up on my mission table. I'm also working on pet battles, even though that's going to take a very long time. I am halfway through on the 5,000 pet battles.
Okay.
I'm at 2,500 almost.
Do you like pet battling in World of Warcraft?
I think pet battles is fun, but I think these achievements are a little bit too much.
Yeah.
It just takes so long. Like, I've done so many pet battles and it's still not enough, you know?
Yeah, 5,000 is a lot.
Yep. I also recently just finished one of my archaeology achievements from Draenor, which is funny because that's 2 expansions ago, but it just took so long. This one called Draenor Curator. And what else are we working on? We're also working on PvP, the 250,000 honorable kills. I'm actually getting kind of close to that. I'm missing 10,000 now.
So that's another month, maybe?
If I would
3
focus
weeks?
it, yeah, but it's going to take longer because I'm probably not going to focus it. I'm probably... The way that I do things, I'm kind of like doing a little bit of everything to try and progress everything at the same time. But yeah. So
to not get a burnout.
Yeah, to not get a burnout, and it's also a bit... It's better for efficiency. Another thing is the Seething Shore Battleground that I haven't finished yet. So as I'm working for the Seething Shore achievements, I will also be getting honorable kills. So yeah, I'm looking for more reasons to do PvP besides needing the achievement, so I'm doing more than one thing at once.
Okay, sounds reasonable. Out of the achievements you already earned, what was the most annoying or time-consuming achievement?
I have to say archaeology. I mean, the fact that I haven't stopped doing archaeology, but it still took me, 2 expansions to finish these. Oops, I linked the wrong one. To finish these archaeology achievements shows how time-consuming it is.
Yeah.
To get all the pristine versions of each finding took a long time. So I would definitely say the archaeology achievements, because you have this for every expansion, and some expansions just had a lot more than others.
Yeah. Personally, I really don't like archaeology. I think it's the most boring thing to do in World of Warcraft.
And it gets repetitive as well. So I like what they did in Legion and now in BFA. There's only like one achievement basically, or one or two. There's not too much of pristine farming.
Yeah.
But the pristine farming before Legion was, wow, it was crazy. So archaeology is definitely one of the most time-consuming ones I've had. And of course, what I mentioned with pet battles, because I'm still not finished with it. Like, that achievement came out in MOP, and I'm still on it. Like, I still haven't finished it.
Okay. Other guests on the show told me about one crazy achievement on the Timeless Isle in Mists of Pandaria, where you have to find a stupid...
Yes.
A crab, a pet crab,
Oh, yes.
I think.
Yes. Wait, did you hear my story of it, or did you have another experience of it?
No.
Okay, because that's funny. I had that pet as well as my last one. It's the one under collections. Let's see if I can find it. Going to need a bigger bag. This one. So it took me months to finish this, and I started it as soon as the content was released. And the main thing that took me very, very long was the spine claw crab.
Yeah.
And I had nightmares from it. The funny thing is, the pet is tradable, so you could get it on the auction house, but you have to loot it for it to count for the achievement.
Oh god. Yeah.
So it was really difficult. The difficult part was I was also doing it during content, so that was another thing that made it kind of hard as well. You had to kill these regular crabs, and they had a rare chance to spawn the rare crab. And if you were unlucky, that crab would be on the other side of the coast. And during content, there's people everywhere, so they would kill it before you even get there. But I was still determined. Yeah, I was still determined. I had to farm them and get them as soon as possible. So I kept doing it anyways. A lot of crabs I missed because of that, but I still tried my best. I also had these special items that would I think there was one that would sort of shoot me up into the air at a very large distance, and then I would glide down from there, just to make it as fast as possible to get from one point to another. Like, I tried my best with everything. And so then you get the rare crab, right? And the rare crab has a rare chance to drop the pet. So it was like a rare in a rare. It was really difficult.
It's really fucked up. Liz, what you're doing?
It took a long time. And the worst thing is the achievement is only 10 points. Like, it took me months to get this, and I only got 10 points for it.
Oh,
honestly,
God.
I would have preferred if this achievement gave a special kind of bag. I mean, it's called going to need a bigger bag.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have given us a, 30 or 35 slot bag or something as a bonus for everyone who gets that achievement. But nothing. Just a few points.
10 points. Here you go.
Yep, 10 points. The same as, completing LFR or something. Just 10 points.
Oh, feels bad, man.
Yeah, but if you're a collector, you have to get them all, right? So.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was also a very time-consuming one.
Okay. So let's talk about mounts. How many do you have right now, and what's your favorite?
I have 524 right now.
Okay.
And favorite is very, very hard to pick, honestly. I think I have a special sort of relation to this one, the Magic Rooster, because it was one of the first mounts that I ever bought with the gold that I earned with challenge modes boosting. So it kind of also symbolizes the work that we put in for those boosts to make the gold. And it's also a very unique model. You don't
Yeah,
really,
it is.
There's no other chickens as mounts. So that one is pretty cool. Something from Legion are these mounts that I think have really cool models.
Oh, I have all of these. I
Oh, you
love
do?
them.
Awesome.
Yeah, I do.
Because this green one is actually very rare. There's not
Yeah,
many
it
people
is.
who have it.
I got
Oh, that's
lucky there.
awesome.
Only I didn't even farm it. It dropped.
Really?
Yeah.
And were you in a raid group?
Yeah, it was a Fure raid on my live stream, and I was doing the Paladin questline for the artifact skin.
Oh, yeah, and it just dropped?
And it just dropped, and I went crazy.
Wow. Was it personal loot or?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, wow.
How did you get it, if you ask those questions?
I only saw it drop once, and I was killing Gul'dan every single week because we were boosting people for the mythic version of this mount. So
Yeah.
I was doing mythic Gul'dan every single week, a lot of times twice a week, and the entire time we only saw one drop. Luckily, the person who won it wasn't too concerned about it, so he let me have it because he knows I'm crazy.
That's nice.
Yeah. But it's the only one that I saw drop. That's why I'm so, like, in shock when I see anyone with it.
Yeah.
I only saw it drop once. It's crazy.
It's really rare right now. At this point
It
in
is.
time, I think it's one of the rarest mounts in the game.
I think it's definitely up there, yeah, for sure, because it just doesn't drop very often. Did yours drop during content or during BFA?
No, it was during content.
Okay. Because
I can't
some people are
remember.
saying that during BFA it's become even more rare because of no group loot. I'm not 100% sure though, but people are saying it's become more rare now.
Well,
I'm
good
not sure
for
if
us,
it's
I think.
intended. Yeah. And then here you have the ice version of it as well.
Yeah.
And they have this really cool animation where it grabs the head and sort of throws it back in. So
I like the green one best, though.
yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, I think this is my favorite mount from Legion at least. Yeah, I also really like the Sha of Anger mount.
Oh, I don't have that. That's nice, yeah.
Yeah, it is really nice. I love a lot of these heavenly serpents here. Like there's the blue one that you get for
Oh, fuck.
achievements.
I
Oh no, you fell down. Uh-oh. You survived. I'm so used to being a warlock. If I fall down, I'm dead. Like there is no way to survive.
No, I got levitate. All good.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I love the blue one too. It was my favorite mount for, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah, it is very nice. And I also like these, like they may not be as rare, but they also look really pretty.
Yeah. One question that always comes up in the comments is about the Lich King mount, Invincible.
Yeah, that's like one of the classic mounts that everyone wants to get.
Yeah. How many tries did you need?
I'm trying to
for it to
remember.
drop?
It was quite... I think it might have been around 150.
Oh, that's good.
I think. I'm not sure. Because I was farming it on multiple characters. And I finally got it. Like, it took a long time to get it. But I think it was around 150. And initially, I was only farming it on the Warlock. And then I started doing it on alts as well to try and speed it up.
Yeah, I did this too. I parked all my alts outside of Iceground Citadel.
Oh, yeah,
And
exactly.
every Wednesday, we pushed through and killed Lich King.
Yeah, that's what And I was also very lucky that people in my stream wanted to help me, so I would always have somebody who could help me through it, even if I was on a really, really bad character. It was okay, like a low level. It was fine.
Nice. What mount was the most annoying or time-consuming to farm?
I would have to say probably this one. This one.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Time
Time
lost.
lost Proto Drake.
Yeah, it was a lot of time lost for sure. Like, I know nowadays it's not as bad as it used to be. I don't know if you know about the changes. So now if you're in a group and you all kill it, everyone gets the mount.
Uh-huh.
And in the past, if you were in a group, only one person gets the mount. So no one wanted to group up. So you would have to do it on your own. And I remember I actually paid for multiple accounts, subscriptions, to be camping multiple spawn places. And I would have NPC
At the same time?
on. Yeah, at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Because I really wanted it. And I would also have NPC scan to alert me if it spawns. And then I would sometimes do other stuff. Sometimes I would stare at the screen. And the worst part was, well, a lot of times Viragosa would spawn instead, and then we would kill it, and then, you know, then we know we're probably gonna have to wait another 6 hours or so before the next spawn. And a few times I was covering 3 spawn points, not 4, and there were a few times where it would spawn on the one where I'm not spawning, or where I'm not camping, so I would see Time Lost dead on the spawn point that I'm not camping. That was really heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And then the first time that I saw it alive, it spawned where I was, and NPC scan popped, you know, the sound.
Yeah.
But it took me a few tabs to get to the right game, because I'm logged into multiple accounts.
Don't tell me it was already dead.
It wasn't dead, but it started flying away from the spawn point. And I was on a character that had no flying.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was on my level 80 hunter, which was on one of my double accounts. So he had, or she had, no flying, so she couldn't reach it. So I tried to alt-tab to my main warlock, and I tried to fly quickly to that area, but it was dead before I got there.
Okay.
So that was one of the most heartbreaking ones. And then after that, I bought flying on all my characters. And on the final time when I got it, it happened on the same hunter. So I'm actually happy I
better
got
safe than
flying,
sorry.
right?
A lesson learned.
So I had flying, so I was able to reach it, and I finally got it. But this was over a period of weeks, months. Like, it was a long time. I spent a lot of hours just sitting there doing nothing. I tried to like watch things like series or movies in the background, as I had the NPC scan on, and I finally got it. Nowadays, though, it's not as bad, because now you can be a whole group. Everyone has one spawn point each, and there's people cooperating, and when people cooperate, things are so much easier. So it's I think it's I don't know if it's a good change or not. It's probably a good change. I mean, it's a healthy change. I was spending way too many hours doing that.
Did you try it with server hopping or cross-realm shenanigans?
I think this was before Crossrealm.
Okay.
I think I don't remember. Like, it was such a long time ago. Yeah, I think this was before server hopping became a thing.
Yeah, I remember those times.
Because I don't remember doing the server hopping, and since the server hopping, I would definitely do it. So I must have, it must have been before server hopping.
Okay. Let's talk about toys and pets. How many do you have right now of each?
I have 501 toys. And it says, according to my book, that I'm missing 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
501.
501 toys, yes.
Nice.
And sometimes there are a few more toys that are just not visible in the book.
Yeah.
Like some TCG toys, but yeah, that should give an estimate.
Oh, I got one TCG toy.
Oh, really? Which one?
This one. I was drunk, and I had fun on the black market auction house, and it didn't end well for me. I got the toy,
or it did?
but no, it didn't.
Did you
I didn't really want it. I just bid for fun, and now I have it. And
Yeah, I have that
lost
one too,
500k gold.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for a stupid cauldron.
Well, it looks cool, right? What do you get if you click it? I'm actually not sure. Oh, I'm getting a goblin gumbo.
Yeah.
Absurdly spicy goblin stew of no nutritional value. Occasionally belch rank goblin breath for the next... Oh, okay,
Yeah, so
okay.
you have to vomit
it's a
all
very
the time.
silly one. Yeah. Now I remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and what about pets?
I have 1,052 unique pets.
Okay.
So I got the achievement for 1,000 unique pets kind of recently. Wait, when was this? September. Master of Minions in September. That was
And
actually
then-
the only achievement, the only collection achievement that I needed to work towards after BFA launched. So the mount one, I got it as soon as I logged in, and the same with the toys one. But the pet one, I was missing like 30 or 40 or something, and there were no enough pets in Legion, so I needed to wait for BFA to get it.
Okay.
So that was fun. It's always fun as a collector to also have like a challenge. So when a new expansion is released, if they have goals which you can't reach before that expansion, it makes it more fun because then you have to play the new expansion to get all the stuff.
Yeah. I just compared our achievements.
Yeah?
I noticed you don't have the Lightforged Draenei Transmog set yet. Is this right?
Yes, it is
Ooh.
true. I have not leveled a Lightforged character yet.
Ooh.
I
Ooh.
only I only leveled a Void Elf.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
That-
have you
that- that
leveled
one-
both from 20 to 110?
No, only the Lightforged. I'm
Okay.
missing the White Elf.
Okay, yeah, I did Void Elf. I haven't done the Lightforged. I'm actually working on Dark Iron Dwarf right now. It's at
okay.
level 90, so I'm
Oh,
getting.
nice. Okay.
I need to get all of them because at first I was like, I'll look at the ones that look cool transmog-wise, and I'll just go for that. And then I see the achievements, you have to get all of them because they're all worth points. So I'm like, okay, I guess
Yeah.
I'm leveling everything. Slowly but surely.
20 points. Double the points you get for the Timeless Isle
Yep.
achievement.
Exactly.
Okay, so you told us about Miss of Pandaria and the challenge mode, so that you can buy TCG pets and mounts. At what point did you decide to play World of Warcraft as a collector or a completionist?
I think it's just a part of me of how I play games in general. Like when I play games like Blood-Borne, for example, like I'm doing now, I want to check every single corner. I want to make sure I've looted everything. It's just the type of gamer I am, I guess. And when I play games like Zelda or anything really, I always go for all the little things that I can find to my best ability. So when I played World of Warcraft, even at first, I was very interested in completing whatever I find. So I may not have been aiming to be finished with all achievements, but whenever I had a chance to do an achievement, I went for it. And whenever I had nothing to do, I would look through my achievements list and find something to do. So I can't really decide that there was one moment where I turned into a collector. It's just the way that I always played. Like, for example, I remember when I started playing the game, it was in January, and my first event that I understood was the Noble Garden event. And as soon as I understood that it's an event and it has like a limited time where you can get all the achievements, I wanted to get all of them. So I went for all of them in just a couple of days, and then I felt like, I've completed something, and it felt good. And then every new event that came after that, I continued doing the same thing. And then after a year or so, I had the Violet Protodrake from completing all of those.
Yeah.
So it kind of just happened naturally, almost, because of the way that I enjoy playing games.
Okay, but you didn't know how many achievements there were at that time.
Not
Did you?
exactly, no. I just saw achievements and I wanted to complete them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
And one of the big goals at the time was over 9,000, right? So that was an achievement that showed that you have a lot of achievements.
Right. I remember that.
Yeah, that was hype. That was to prove that you're a real achievement farmer.
Nice. I remember this. Are you a raider? Do you enjoy
No.
raiding?
So I don't really. I used to raid at the time. It's called heroic. So what today is mythic raiding. I used to do that in the past. I used to enjoy it, but I kind of grew away from that after. I think after MOP probably sometime, and I instead started focusing on more casual raiding and more focused on other types of achievements and other types of gameplay. And if you think about the timing, I think it also has a lot to do with streaming. So I started streaming in MMP as well, and mythic raiding is not very fun on stream for me. in my opinion, with the kind of community that I want to have. So I preferred doing a bit easier raiding, for example, heroic raiding, and instead do heroic raiding every week and help people get through heroic who may not otherwise be able to do it, and just help people gear and do it as a sort of weekly activity. So that's what we have done. And now in BFA we actually have done a couple mythic bosses. So on Tuesday evenings, it's the day before reset, and we don't have that much stuff to complete before because we're saved to everything. So then we go like, okay, you know what? Let's get 20 people together. Let's do a couple bosses in Mythic. So we actually killed Talok, and we managed to kill Mother too. And it was
nice.
it was just a sort of stream pug. Like we just got together and we killed some bosses. And I think I like to keep it casual like that because it makes it more fun for the stream. If I was not streaming, I would probably be mythic raiding for the sake of completing the mythic all the mythic bosses. But the time investment and the level of serious that you kind of need for mythic raiding doesn't feel fitting for streaming.
Yeah, I find it funny you call 2 mythic bosses in a pack group casual.
Well,
while we are wiping on 4 out of 8 heroic.
Well, okay, I guess I'm comparing it to like mythic raiders, like people who raid a lot, so they focus a lot. I think we because we do the heroic raiding every week, I think it's become a sort of what's the word, like not a routine. Yeah, I was thinking of saying habit as well, but more of a sort of pattern that we have. Like, so we have some raiders and that we have geared through heroic. And I mean, even heroic Gahoon was very difficult. Like when we killed the heroic Gahoon, it took us over 12 hours the first time. Like we were progressing it for a long time, and I was very determined. I wanted to get it before the reset, so I had a 16-hour stream just because I wanted to kill it. I was like, I'm not going to sleep before this is dead. So we have some very strong people in my stream who also sort of who may have been mythic raiding in the past, like 4 or 5 days a week of 5-6 hours or whatever. But now they've gone kind of more casual. And with casual, I mean that we do mythic like once a week max. And this is in BFA. In Legion, I didn't even enter mythic raiding. I didn't even do the first boss. Like people were saying, oh, but the first boss is so easy. Everyone is pugging it. I'm like, nope, I'm not interested in mythic raiding. The reason why I'm interested now is actually because of the Azerite gear. So you can't get 385 Azerite pieces with the raiding trait unless you do raiding on Mythic.
Yeah.
So this is actually why I kind of have an interest in clearing some bosses on Mythic. So my goal, my hope, is to get Zekvaz on Mythic 2, so we can finally get some Azerite pieces. Because right now I've been lucky with my Mythic Pluses, and I got 2 pieces of 385 Azerite pieces, like you can see my shoulders and my head. But my chest, I'm forced to use a 370 because... Wait, I'm actually using the wrong... Here, I'm forced to use this chest piece because of the Archive of the Titans trait. And I can't replace that with the 385 that I get from the Mythic Cache because I have to have the raiding trait. It gives a lot of stats inside the raid. So that means that I have to raid to get the 385 piece with the right trait.
Wow. So you are actually one person that enjoys Azerite gear right now, or...
The thing is, honestly, I'm not a big fan of the Azerite gear, but I still want to get what's kind of the best.
Okay, yeah.
So it just bothers me that I can't get anything above 370. So
you can say it's a best in slot hunt.
In a way, yeah. Except, exactly, it is. So that's another topic. So the reason why I think I also lost interest in Mythic raiding is because of Titan forging.
Yeah.
So it feels kind of pointless to raid if you can be lucky and get pieces in heroic raiding. Like in Legion, I had item level like a lot of Mythic Raiders, and I had never stepped into Mythic just because I had Titan Forges here and there, and it just buffed my item level. And like, I feel like the motivation that I have to do Mythic now, just because I want to get an Azerite piece. Imagine if I wanted everything to be above 370 and there was no Titan Forging, then maybe I would be interested in more Mythic raiding. So I do think that Titan Forging, for me personally, has kind of ruined the motivation to raid Mythic. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see where it takes us next. I don't like Titan Forging. I'm not a big fan of it. And I don't like Azerite gear either because there's no real way of farming them if you're not raiding. I think that there should be a way to farm them even for people who just do Mythic Plus. And I don't mean that Mythic Plus people should also get 385s. I mean, they should be able to farm 370s. I know a lot of people who have like very good gear, like 370 item level, but then they have one piece of Azerite, which is still 340.
Yeah.
And that tells me that the system is broken.
You get 370 from emissary caches nowadays. So you actually can
that's true.
farm
that was an improvement.
them in a way.
Yeah, that was definitely an improvement. I just think that there should be a bit more that you can actually like farm, because emissary you do it once and then it's gone, right? You can't go and do it again.
Yeah.
So if I think that 370s should drop in dungeons when you do high mythic keys, but that's just my opinion. I know that they wanted to make Azerite pieces kind of special, but I don't know. I feel like raiders get tons of Azerite pieces, and Mythic Plus people who are pushing keys get nothing. But all of their other gear is very high because of the item level that drops.
Can we talk about Mythic Plus?
Sure.
What is your highest key you got in time?
I've actually been slacking in terms of in time. I'm not sure what my highest in time is, but I have made sure that I'm getting the +10s every week.
Okay.
So the highest key I've completed, I think, is probably at 12 or something, but I don't think it was in time.
Are we talking about BFA only right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
In Legion, I did like 15s and 16s most of the time, I think. Because I think 15 was what you needed for the weekly cache.
Yeah.
And sometimes I would do 16 because that means the next week I get a 15 key in my cache. But I was never really interested in pushing very, very high.
And pushing 20s or 25 keys.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't like super interesting to do that.
It's fine. It's fine.
So in this a similar way like with Mythic raiding, so I would avoid that and instead spam 15 so I can boost viewers. Because there's a lot of people who never got a chance to do a 15, so we help them get it instead.
Yeah, that's nice. What about PvP? Do you do arenas, RPGs?
Not a lot lately. I actually want to do more PvP in this expansion. I feel like PvP has become more interesting because of the changes that they made to the system. Like one, you can actually be more clear with what level you're at with the divisions. Like 1600, I forgot what the words are now. Let me double check. Like there's next rank challenger. So challenger is 1600 and then brackets, 1800. Yeah, the brackets. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. I like the new system with the brackets. So it gives a more clear goal when I'm trying to reach something. I will know by just looking at the rating. Whereas before it was kind of like a question mark. So for example, in my PvP experience, I think it was an MOP the last time that I tried to push, and I wanted to get Arena Master. So I wanted to get 2.2k in all brackets, and I managed to do it. I played mostly Disc Priest and Holy Paladin, actually. I played some Warlock as well, but Warlock was hard for me. I think I only reached 2k with Warlock, and then I managed to get 2.2k with Priest and Paladin. I think it was Paladin in 5s, and then Priest in 3s or something like that.
In 5s? Whoa, okay.
Yeah, you needed it because of Arena Master, but then now everything is removed. Arena Master is gone.
Holy shit, 5s.
Yeah.
Good old times.
Yep, the old days. So the Arena Master title is actually removed from the game now. So the people who got Arena Master at the time, they have a... Here, I can change it to that. it's a title which is gone from the game now. So I really wanted to get it, so I went for it. But pushing higher than that, so in threes, I'm missing 2,400 rating and 2,700 rating and Gladiator. I got Duelist. So Gladiator was a big question mark because I never really knew how much rating I needed. So there was no clear goal to work towards.
Yeah.
But now that there is, it's a little bit more motivating to try and learn to get there. So that's one thing which I feel like is nice with PvP. So PvP is more interesting because of the new brackets, and also when you reach higher ratings, you can actually get higher gear. Like people at higher ratings are getting like 380 item level gear, which is also pretty cool. So it's so I'd love to do that. Also in RBGs, I also have a goal because I only got 2k rating, if I remember correctly, as the highest, and I want to push towards the other higher ratings from that as well. So I have had periods when I play PvP, but I've never been like super focused on it to reach the highest ends. But I have done like a fair bit.
That's cool. Especially those 5s.
Yeah.
I really love those.
It's funny now when you reacted, I realized, oh yeah, that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. And the title, Arena Master.
Yeah.
I didn't know it's out of the game.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's gone because the achievement is now a feat of strength because 5s are gone.
It must be really rare, I think.
Yeah, actually.
Let's talk about gold.
Okay.
How much gold do you have across all your characters? And do you use it to buy your WoW subscription?
I don't use a full WoW subscription. I've kind of gotten... I just have a recurring subscription, so I just let it be like that.
Yeah.
And gold that I make in the game, I try to use for in-game things. So in the past, like I mentioned with challenge modes, I used to boost challenge modes for gold. And every time I had enough gold, I would just buy a mount. And it's been similar now as well. Like whenever I have enough gold, I spend it on a mount. And at the moment, so I did a lot of boosting in Legion where we would have raid boosts where we boost people for Heroic Argus, for example, for the mount, and also any other ahead of the curves or just last bosses or Mythical Dan. We boosted a lot of Mythical Dans, and Mythical Dan was selling for like 1 million gold, and that we did like 2 runs a week. So I made a lot of gold like that, especially because I was lucky that a lot of people in my stream joined the boost groups, and they didn't want to get the gold. They just wanted to help me get gold. So
that's nice.
It was very nice because it allowed me to make enough gold to buy for example, the Shaw of Anger mount, which I got from the black market auction house, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
I paid gold for
cap.
Gold cap? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah.
I paid gold cap for that. I also paid gold cap for the tiger, the Swift Cerulean Tiger.
Nice.
And this is a mount that I also wanted for the longest time ever. I remember during Wrath of the Lich King, I went there with a friend, but because I was new to the game, I didn't really realize that, I didn't realize that the mount would be unobtainable. I went there with a friend, it dropped, we both rolled for it, my friend won it, and I was like, okay, oh well, it's fine. I'll come back another time. And I never got it. So I had years of wanting to have it, and then it got introduced into the black market auction house, but it was very expensive, so I was very happy when I finally got this mount.
Is there any other special or rare item on your account or a story you want to share with us?
It's a hard one because I feel like I have a lot of different things with a lot of different kind of stories, and I've shared a few now, like with the Swift Cerulean Tiger, for example. And speaking of challenge modes, because I got a server first time, I was also able to get this title, Mistwalker. That's the title I was using at the beginning.
Oh, nice.
So that's a title that was given to people who had a server best time in MOP, and then the title was removed from the game.
That would be a really nice title for a monk.
Yeah, like a Pandaren monk.
Yeah.
It is a very nice title indeed. So that's pretty unique. And I have, I'm very proud of my mount collection because I have all TCG mounts.
all of them?
Yeah, all TCG mounts.
Wow.
I also have this thing. This was actually gifted to me. And
the BlizzCon bear.
yes, it's a very, very rare one. It was given to the BlizzCon attendees in, what year was it? 2005 or something? No, 2009
I think so.
maybe?
I think 2005.
Yeah, a long time ago, and you can only get it from people who attended who just haven't used their code, right? Because if you use the code, then the mount is gone. So this mount is actually worth a lot of money right now. So I was very happy to get it.
Your whole account must be worth a lot of money with all the TCG mounts and all the rare stuff you got.
I'm sometimes very curious, like I want to know how much my account is worth, but at the same time it can give the wrong impression that like I'm trying to like sell it or something. Like
no,
I would never do anything like that.
No.
But it would be very interesting to know how much the account is worth because of all the rare things that I have on it. And I have, I think I have all but 2 TCG toys as well. And I have a lot of collector edition pets as well. Like I've got the vanilla collector's edition pets as well. Here, Zergling.
Oh, a Zergling.
There. So that's one of the examples.
Oh, wait.
Oh, do you have the one that...
One. I have one. I have the Boonling. I call it the Boonling.
Oh.
From the StarCraft Collector's Edition, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, they can be friends. Oh,
he's nice. I thought you were gonna get the pet that kills the pets.
No, oh my god, no. The fucking snake from Throne of Thunder.
Oh yeah, that's true as well. Oh, I remember farming Jakun for the longest time ever. And yeah, I had some interesting experiences with that snake. I mean snail, not snake.
Who doesn't? Everyone has.
Me. Every time I'm reading chat instead of looking, and I'm like, oh god, not again. Yeah, it's very hard to pick like one item. I feel like I have a lot of different items with a lot of different stories to them. And I always see World of Warcraft as imagine like a canvas, like a painting, and you've been painting this over years and years and years, and it just becomes more colorful and more details. That's how I feel about it. It's like my piece of work, my piece of art in a...
Happy little trees, happy little mountains.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, that's
a
cool.
Good one. Happy little clouds.
Very poetic. Nice. Okay, I have no more questions, so that's it.
Okay, well, in that case, thank you.
I really thank you. I appreciate it. You took your time. I know you're very busy, so really big thank you.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you for reaching out to me. It's always very fun. I think you can probably tell with how excited I get, but I love talking about all the things that I do. So it was fun for me. So thank you.
Yeah, for me as well. Was a pleasure.
Thank you.
So guys, that's all for today. Remember to comment the video, like the video if you liked it. Of course, I will put all the links down in the video description, so you can check out Annie. And I guess I will see you next time. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you so much as well. Also, in the comments, if you guys want to represent, remember to type less than 2. That's a meme in my thing, or I'm not sure if I should call it a meme, but it's a thing in my stream. For hearts, we don't write less than 3, we write less than 2. So let's see how many people watch the entire video and get the message.
You're the champs. Less than 2.
Thank you so much. Yes, less than 2.
All right, guys. Bye-bye.